Hello everyone and welcome to a bit of a different video. I usually don't do React content, but I felt like it would be kind of nice to try and do it and see how this works out, as well as I've been watching this music video far too many times, more than I'd like to admit, and I play this game a lot more than I like to admit too, but there's so much interesting stuff about the story in this game that I enjoy. I'm a big lore nerd, and the cool thing about these music videos that they do, especially with Interstellar Journey, that they did when the game launched, they like to hide a lot of secrets in the openings. And I think that's really cool because this entire trailer, not only does it show us most of the things we're gonna see in like the next big major patch, it's also a good way to keep yourself intrigued and wondering what is exactly going to happen. So I want to just do like a little reacts to it and just enjoy myself, as well as just uh look at all the little details that are in this trailer and just admire all the cool new characters that we're going to be seeing in penacony. All right, let's just get into it. Man, Aventurine looks so cool in this trailer. I also think it's really ridiculous how they have this whole like opening dancing sequence with Aventurine and the Trailblazer, and it's kind of funny just because we don't really know anything about Aventurine's character realistically, other than there's this one text that we have from Topaz in the game where it's like it's her about Aventurine, and it just says, "Oh, I really hope you never meet this guy. He's a There's some people I don't like in the IPC, but I have to tolerate them, and Aventurine was one of them." But you look at the whole trailer sequence with this, and you're like, okay, this guy's kind of cool. I wonder what he's so special about him, and he's just a guy who likes to dance. That's our first impression with this. It's really funny to me. Sunday and Robin look so good in this game. Poor Misha. Gallagher looks so cool too. The thing about Gallagher is it's kind of interesting that he's actually a fire abundance character, so I'm really curious how he's actually gonna heal us. Is he just gonna like punch us and that's gonna be his positivity to actually dealing damage and healing at the same time? Also, Sparkle has really great design. It's one of those designs where it's like very bright and bubbly, but also she's a bit of a trickster because she is a elation follower. I love the goldfish aesthetic. Black Swan has just peak design overall. That's such a nice scene, mainly because I feel like this trailer does a really good job at showing off its characters, and Firefly is one of those characters they want us to feel very, how do we say it? Well, very happy about them, like when they're on screen, or feel very, very good inside. The thing with Honkai stories, and the thing with the writer who is in charge of Penacony's arc, is things can go bad relatively quickly. So I'm very curious to see how this all pans out. Also, this falling sequence, I'm very curious how this turns out. Okay, so this is what really caught me as something that's kind of interesting. The way this looks, and when it appears to Aventurine after, you can tell based on like colors and outfits that this this is probably Aventurine. But it was like, I'm very curious and surprised to find out more about this form. It kind of reminds me of in Genshin Impact how Tartaglia has his Foul Legacy mode. That's kind of what appears in my mind when I see this kind of mask and like change in outfit. And then it does this and then it just goes straight into Aventurine after. So it makes you think that maybe they're connected. Maybe there's something more to this. There's like an underlying tone. and I really like the way they handle that. And then they lead into this next section. Okay, so here's another thing. They had like this hat. The hat's a little more important. It was shown at the start, it's shown at the end, and it's shown through the middle, all with the Trailblazer. So I assume this has to be something related to our paths, and maybe when we go to Penacony, we might get a new weapon. And it would be kind of funny if the weapon is the hat. So I'm kind of curious about that as well. Aw, the music's so good for this. Okay, so going back to this part here, you can see this is Don Hung with the little... Oh, the whales look so nice. And this is the one important thing I think that the trailers do show you, is the song and the way they show you these scenes are very well connected. So if you listen to what exactly is being said here, it's kind of giving you a story as well as like something to follow in your head. Like maybe there's something more going on along here. There's nothing else left for me to do. Oh, Sam is so cool. Acheron's design is so amazing. The other cool thing about this too is, I'm gonna post a screenshot whenever I go back and edit this, is Sam is obviously a Stellaron hunter, and there was something they showed us during the stream where when we do fight Sam, he has different colors compared to the colors that are on this screen right now. Let's see if I can go back. Like right now he's all green and stuff. That's way different than the one that we are going to fight in game. The one that we saw in game from the little show or shots they showed us earlier, where he had red flames. I'm very curious to see what's the underlying tone between Sam and this fighting scene. The other thing too is this Acheron fight. So Acheron is using her sword here, which in the Twitter post when they revealed Acheron, they mentioned that for the most part, she doesn't actually wield her blade when she's fighting her enemies, and will just use the sheath to strike them down. So obviously the Stellaron hunters are supposed to be these bad guys in our eyes, but what happens that's so crazy to let Acheron actually manage to pull out her sword and actually fight Sam direct, and then he just takes the hit head on. That's really cool to me. I'm also very surprised how hard they're doubling down on this trash can meta, and Sampo's part in the story is going to be very interesting. Alright, that's the trailer. I have one more thing to point out here is... okay, so Sampo being back, I'm actually pretty happy, because they did tease us a bunch with Sampo basically being this guy who's not originally from Belobog, and he has some big connection with the Masked Fools. So I hope we find more about that as well. So here, you see Firefly in the background, and then once it peers past her, you can see a bunch of particles passing by. So I'm very curious to see what does that even mean? What are they doing with this situation? Penacony's gonna have so much interesting stories. Also, Acheron crying here. What happened in the story to cause this to happen? It's so interesting when I like look into these things and trying to understand what's exactly happening. And honestly, it could be nothing, but I don't know. It's so nice just to see all these little things add up. The great thing about Honkai Star Rail and the great thing about Hoyo versus storytelling is there's always something else for you to look forward to or look into. They really try and build you up to these characters as well as the storyline to try and keep you entertained as well as keep you wondering what's going to happen next. So I'm very, very excited to see what's going to happen with the story and cover more stuff for 2.0 onwards, because I think Honkai Star Rail is going to solidify itself as one of those top games still for this year, as well as going forward. It's not like it has anything to worry about, and it's going to keep being this very great game, and it's only going to get better. So I'm very happy to be able to cover this game, and I have a lot of fun doing it. And that's pretty much all I've got for this. I just wanted to do a reaction. This is, oh my god, this is a lot longer than I expected it to be, so I apologize. And even if people don't watch this, or if you've managed to stick it through to the end, thank you so much. I appreciate it. Like and subscribe. I don't know how to ask people to do that. Thank you for joining me on this journey, and I hope to see you all soon and cover more things for 2.0 onwards. Thanks for watching. Till next time. Peace.